You're listening to Adesope Live, the Afrobeats Podcast.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, to another edition of Adesope Live, the official Afrobeats Podcast, where we break down the hottest topics in the culture or invite superstars to sit right next to me and break it down with them. As always, we appreciate you subscribing, liking, sharing, commenting. It keeps us active, it puts us in the game, and we need that support, and we appreciate it. Joining me in the studio today to have that conversation with me all the way from Lagos, Nigeria, at the Cloud Studios in Lagos is my brother, a superstar from our culture, a rapper, musician, executive, a talented, all-round entertainer. Ladies and gentlemen, my brother, Skales!
Appreciate it, man. I appreciate it, man.
Listen, bro, how you doing? How are you feeling? Which is going to be the first question I ask you. How are you feeling?
Man, I'm feeling good actually. You know, it's been a crazy, tough year, but you know, I'm still smiling and I'm still here. So that's most important to me.
You mentioned the tough year. We can get that out of the way. You and I have spoken on many occasions where you've made it clear about the importance of your mother.
Yeah.
The love and the bond that you share.
Yeah.
First of all, my condolences to you.
I appreciate it, man. Thanks a lot.
How has this loss affected you? How have you dealt with the loss of your mom?
Man, I don't even know if I've dealt with it yet because I'm still facing it.
Facts.
And she's gonna be laid to rest in like less than 48 hours.
Yeah.
And I don't know, man. It's just still crazy to me. It's like every minute, every second, I just blank out and be like, my mom is really gone, you know. And sometimes I just remember some good memories and I laugh, you know, like me taking her to the airport to go back to Kaduna anytime she comes to visit me. And I remember she'll be crying and walking back to the plane. And, you know, I was having those memories and I'm like, I keep wondering why she was doing that. Every time she comes to visit me, she'll be crying when she's going back. But yeah, you know, I mean, that's all what I have to just hold on to the good, you know, the good memories and stuff. And of course, you know, she impacted in me and I'm my mom's legacy. So definitely that's why I guess that's why I'm being as strong as I can be.
Absolutely.
You know, because I have to keep things going for her. I have to make her proud and I have to honor her in the best way I can.
I wanted to, you know, go on a lighter note and speak about some of the incredible things. You've spoken about her support for you when you decided to make music.
Yeah.
Come to Lagos as a 16-year-old, chasing your dreams.
Yep.
What were those moments like when you had conversations with her and you were out here on your own, trying to be a superstar, but your only parent, that one person with, was so far away? How did she encourage you to keep that fight? And what were those conversations like between you and her?
I remember the first time because my mom doesn't like me to leave her side. She's always worried. You get me? She always, even when I'm in school, she's always checking if everything is okay and all. So I remember telling her, like, because she promised me, I told her, oh, I want to go to Lagos. She's like, okay, finish secondary school. Then when I finished secondary school, she said, you still go to university, but you can be going to Lagos or whatever you want to do. So I remember telling her, and I knew it was really, really difficult because I kept pushing. She told me, oh, your grades have to be like this. And I did it, you know, there was no excuse. And of course, she has seen division because before moving, I was, you know, I was going into different kind of competitions and I was always winning, that kind of thing. So there was no reason she would tell me, this is not what I got to do. So, you know, I know it was hard for her, but she took me to my friend's house. That was my ride to Lagos. Yeah. And, you know, she prayed for both of us. And, you know, I came to Lagos. And, you know, ever since then, every day she calls me. That's why I won't lie to you. I miss my mom's call because my mom calls me every morning, every day. Wow. You get me? So now it's like, wow, I can't hear from my mom anymore. You know, she calls me, prays with me every time. You know, and most importantly, I know she always tells me to be good to people, you know, no matter who it is. And know that you have to just be good. And also be careful, you know. But yeah.
Speaking about being good to people, we've had a relationship for about 10 years now.
Yeah.
On screen, public relationship, off screen, private relationship. Yeah. And I think that's probably one of the reasons why people like myself still have this type of relationship with you.
Yeah.
From the first time we met, you have been the same Scales.
Yeah.
From those successes, from all the money, the glitter, whatever, till now. And that has to be, some sort of strong grounding that your mother gave you.
Definitely.
And listen, wherever she is, I can guarantee that she has done an absolutely amazing job.
Yeah, definitely.
And she will continue to be proud
Amen.
of that young man that she's raised.
Amen.
2022 has been a long year and a difficult one in some ways, but also fantastic in other ways. You dropped an album this year.
Yes, sir.
You've dropped music this year.
Yes, sir.
You've gone on tour. You've got to Mexico.
Man,
you've gone
it's-
to the States.
It's
Talk
crazy,
to me about those
man.
things.
Yo,
man.
it's crazy. At the same, you know what? I just sat down actually, because my new rule is just to be thankful every day.
Appreciate.
Like I wake up every day now. My prayer is not, Lord, I want you to do this for me. It's, Lord, thank you for doing it. Thank you for what you have done and all that kind of stuff. So it's like, where I'm going to with this is, it's been a crazy and also like an amazing year at the same time because, I'm going through this, but low-key, some kind of good things is
Things are
coming in.
working.
I'm like, okay, what's going on? I'm confused because as I'm talking to you, it's like good news every day. You get me? So, but any which ways, I had the opportunity to tour like the world, as usual. I went to Egypt. I went to Europe. I went to America. I went to Mexico. Well, I was supposed to go to Dubai, but we're banned and stuff. So it's just I went to East Africa.
Wow.
I did
I saw the Uganda,
I did-
Tanzania.
I did a tour with a liquor. I don't know if I can mention
You can
it.
mention it, please.
I did a tour with Jameson, and I went to Rwanda, Uganda, Tanzania,
Yep.
Kenya, and I'm doing like shows every night, and people are finding out and coming, more are still coming. I'm like, wow, it's crazy. So it's been a great year actually.
What has it been like, especially for you, having been in the game now for about 10 years, starting off with EME and with Wizkid and Banky W, the heights that you guys saw then, and to still see what the culture is doing now, colleagues of yours, Burna Boy, Wizkid, doing massive venues around the world, you touring Europe.
Yeah.
What does it feel like to still be having this level of success, even though you've been in it for quite some time?
Man, I'll just say it's surreal. It's too surreal. Like, it's just unbelievable. Even for me to still be in this game till now, it's like, how did I do it? You get me? Like, I keep asking how, because whatever the changes are, we just kind of find a way to just always adapt. And it's crazy. Most importantly, it's like people like you, that are always encouraging and telling us, hey, you got to do this. You got to, trust me, most of my great moves were inspirations from you. And, may God rest his soul, Steve.
Steve Osage, we have to talk
bro.
about it.
Yeah, man. We have plenty unfinished conversations and plans. But yeah, it's just really amazing, even for the fact that artists that are on my level and artists that are even below my level, everybody's touring the world together.
Yep.
Before, it only used to be like 2-3 Nigerian artists that could do that, or one. But now it's like everybody can do that, you get me? You can go anywhere and you could tour anywhere. So it's just amazing what the acceptance is like. You get me? It's crazy.
What about, you mentioned something, where situations where we talk to you, I know I talked to a couple of people and try to tell you, maybe you should try to do this as well and to take this idea. And how do artists feel? Haven't been in the game for quite some time. You know how to make your music, obviously. You know how to do your things. But as music evolves and the game changes, how do you adapt to change? And how do you feel when people also try to advise you to adapt to change? Is it something that you naturally be like, oh, yeah, things are changing. Let's do this. Or you're just like, nah, man, this thing is tough. How does an artist feel? Because I want to know. Sometimes it helps us when we're advising talented people like yourself too.
I mean, for me, it's like there's always, you have to learn because you don't just know it all. You get me?
Yeah.
And of course, what we do is for the people. So it's not, I mean, it's, at the same time, is what we want to do or whatever we're trying to sell. But at the end of the day, it's still people. You get me? Maybe they're over it. You understand? You have to, mingle with some other people. Like people like Kanye West, you can see their career. The reason why it's that long, the kind of people they work with every time. And also, for me, it's just learning. Like as I'm talking to you, sometimes I hear some new artists and I learn one or two things from them. Like, wow, how did this, like one artist that I'm fascinated about is REMA. Like how he gets those melodies, those things are too sweet. You get me? And also how he makes that happen. It's a new style. It's crazy.
Facts.
But guess what? A lot of artists are beginning to sound like that too. That kind of stuff.
He's creating a lane that people want to walk in.
You get me? So, I mean, for me, I accept everything. I accept, and I've allowed myself, or I've programmed myself to know that things must change. Things will never always just be the same. They will change. They may not be what you're used to. So you have to learn and adapt. So.
Koni Baje is the new single.
Yeah.
A completely different sound. But you went to a collaborator of yours who you made smash hit records with, J Pizzle Production.
Yeah. I missed him, man.
Exactly. Talk to me about making that phone call and deciding to go back and making this new record that completely sounds different to anything that's out, which I have to congratulate both of you on.
Yeah, man, I appreciate it. Big shout out to J Pizzle, man. Honestly, every time I work with him, it's easy. It's so easy to work with him, and you just everything just comes out really easy. And I won't lie, I really missed him because I told him we had like little feuds, so that's why we're not working together like that, because there was bad blood. But when we decided to squash everything, like why are we even doing this? What happened? You get me? And we are back. We have better understanding of life now. We're grown ups now. Before we were younger, and we actually even have a project together that we're marketing at the moment, so before it gets out there. But we have a collabo project together.
That's amazing.
That is me and J Pizzle, and we're actually working on a super group together.
That's incredible.
So yeah, he dared me to do this sound. Honestly, when he played it for me, I remember I went to the club. We rented like a Airbnb.
Yeah.
So I went to the club to come back, and as I just came back, he played the beat, and that was how I started. I was just talking stuff, saying like, because I was actually in the place where I'm like, wow, you have to work, man, because there was so much bills. So I was like, just really talking about what I was facing, and that's how that started.
That's amazing. I was gonna ask you on a final question. 2022, you've dropped an album. Now you're closing out the year with a fantastic single. 2023, what is the plan and what is the goal?
Yeah, man, the goal is the world, man. The world, to take this to the ends of the earth. I feel like I've reached like maybe half. Getting booked in India. That's up till now, crazy. My mind is still blown. That's one of the bookings that is so crazy to me. Like, and I'm getting there, Beyonce, Akon, like, how did we get here? I still have, as a matter of fact, I think it was a couple of days ago, I was just going through videos. I'm like, how did we go to India? And stuff.
That's what a hit record does.
Yeah, so, and that, of course, man, I'm working on another album, which I'm almost done with. We're touring the world, honestly. That's the goal.
Listen, I just wanted to tap in with you, have a sit down with you. You're my brother. You've been a brother of mine from day one. I'm proud of you.
Appreciate it, man.
Of your successes, your continuous hard work, and most importantly, the way you've stood firm in the face of difficulty, adversity, and loss. Ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for my superstar brother, Skales! I appreciate you, my brother.